How to control my thoughts. Is it possible to do so? But the first point is simply this. The pathway to controlling our thoughts begins with an understanding of our relationship to Jesus Christ. You don't understand that, you'll never understand this idea of controlling your thoughts. That's where it all begins. Because he says here, we were raised up with Christ Jesus, referring to our salvation. There was a change that took place when you were saved. And as a result of that, God intended for our thinking to change, our mind to change, because this mind of yours controls everything else in your life. You say, well, what about all the other parts of my life? We respond to the way we think. And so if we think right, we're going to have one response. We think wrongly, we're going to have another. Very important that we understand how that works. So this requires me to understand how to control my thoughts. If I want to think right, if I want to think godly, if I want to think holy, if I want to think righteously, right here's where it starts. And many people lose it right here. They don't think right. They don't think godly. They don't think like they're worth anything. And they say, well, you know, I just never had the opportunity, or I just never will be that, or I'm just this and I'm not that. This is why people who are very beautiful can think they're ugly. And people who are very skinny can think they're fat. And they refuse to eat because they think, they look in the mirror and they don't see what's reality. And so your mind controls every aspect of your life. In fact, what you think determines how you live. What you think determines how your relationship to God, as we said, your relationship to others, your relationship to yourself. And many people start out in life defeated because of the influence of their parents, their grandparents, that tell them they'll never amount to anything, or this is wrong with them, or that's wrong with them. And as a result, they go through life, what? Having heard, written in their minds, impressed in their thinking, if my mama said it, my daddy said it, and my grandmother said it, it must be true, therefore. And oftentimes people are ruined as a result of what they have been taught, or what they have been, or what they've heard from someone that they value very highly. So, with that in mind, I want to come to the second point, which is the challenge to controlling our thoughts.